Hello, we're at the Danish Windmill in Elk Horn, Iowa. There she is. This is an original sod house. I'm Fuzzy. That's La Sombra, my 1100 Shadow. It's the first day of spring in 2021, and we are going to go for a motorcycle ride, a windy motorcycle ride. Yahoo, let's go. We are at the historic Hitchcock house. This is a, there's La Sombra. This is a house that was built in the 1850s by Reverend Hitchcock. He bought the 120 acres of land that this sits on, Botany River Valley, just over the hill there, and had this house built. And the unique thing about this house, besides its very nice location and good looks, I think it's a good looking home, is that it had a secret built room in the basement. And the room was part of the Underground Railroad, and escaped slaves from the South would use this as a stop to get to heaven. Heaven was Canada. They called Canada heaven because it was, you know, their freedom. But anyway, beautiful day for a ride. There's quite a bit of wind. I don't know if the microphones are picking that up, but old La Sombra, I planned my ride going south so that La Sombra was going into the wind. The wind's coming out of the south. La Sombra has lots of torque, so that's really not an issue. She does fine. It's blowing me around pretty good though. Kind of an interesting note, I stopped at Atlantic, Iowa for some fuel and ran into an old friend of mine from high school. I hadn't seen him, well, since high school. That's in the 80s. Roger. Hey Roger, nice seeing you. Take care. Hey, let's keep on it rolling. It's a great day for a ride. Yahoo! Okay, we are in Vallisca. This is the Axe Murder House, Vallisca Axe Murder House. It says it was June 10th, 1912. There were 8 people killed here. It was a husband and wife, the Moores, M-O-O-R-E. Their 4 children, and then 2 people that just so happened to be visiting, 2 other children. They never did find the murderer. They never did convict anybody of the murder. They had 6 or 8 suspects, I believe. When I was in high school or somewhere along there, I went to the Capitol in, hear that bird, in Des Moines, Iowa, and the historical center there, and they had the axe on display. And of course I grew up the road from here, so I always heard a lot about this. And I've been by here a few times, but I've never been inside because it's always been closed. Today it's closed as well. So I'm gonna have to make a special point of coming here when it's open, just to see what it's like on the inside. But there were a lot of axe murders in Iowa at the turn of the century, and there's a really good book called Midnight Assassin about one south of Indianola, Iowa, right at the turn of the century, and they go into a lot of detail about why that is. And some of what they say is that the axe was a convenient tool. It was every house had one. For instance, the axe that was used in this murder was owned by the people that were killed. The book goes into detail about the social status of women in particular at that era, and it talks about the justice system at that time too. So Midnight Assassin, if you ever get a chance to read that book, go ahead and do that. Vallisca Murder House. Yahoo! Let's keep on a-rolling, see what we can find. Hello from Hamburg, Iowa. There's La Sombra. Look at this building behind us. So Hamburg has taken out a few buildings since I was over there, over here, over there, up the street. Since I was here last fall. But look at this, isn't this something? Anyway, a little bit about Hamburg. The town was originally founded as part of Missouri. The people that founded the town thought they were in Missouri, or at least the original settlers. And Iowa did a survey later and found out, well, hey, you know what, you're part of Iowa. So how's that for a surprise? I think the town is about 1,000 people. It's actually quite a colorful town. I'll try to get a little bit of Main Street on there. There's another mural over yonder. That one's pretty sharp. It's they say 50% of the America's popcorn is grown and comes through Hamburg, Iowa. I'm not sure the family's name anymore. It's owned by ConAgra nowadays. But anyway, La Sombra here is running great. We've been bucking the wind the whole way south. Driving into the wind, which hasn't been bad. There's the flags, look at that. That's how much wind we've got. My fuel consumption is down because of that, but that's all right. My fuel consumption is up because of that, but that's all right. I expected it. Just a couple miles a gallon. She's running great. Let's keep on rolling. Yahoo! Nice car. Let's on over yonder. That's Missouri. Missouri state line. Let's run over there real quick. All right, we are in Missouri. La Sombra's in Iowa. There's the Iowa sign over there. This is loess soil right here, this bank. It's a special kind of a soil only found in 2 places in the earth. So I'm told. Haven't verified that. But anyway, what a ride. I'm about 140 miles from home. Nishnabotna River's over yonder. That Nishnabotna starts about 10 miles from where I live, and it ends right over there in the Missouri River. Something else about Hamburg, Iowa, which is just over there, is that it is the most south and west town in Iowa. It's literally west of that is the Missouri River in Nebraska, and south of it is, well, this is what's south of it. So had a great ride. It's just a beautiful day for getting out there and doing something. And here comes some traffic. I think I'm going to point the nose of that hot rod to the north. I'll have wind at my back the whole way and try to get home before supper. I'm the cook. I got to be there for supper. Y'all have a great day. Life is good. Enjoy it. Yahoo! Here's a map of today's adventure. I think it's about 250, 260 miles, something like that.